Actually, good evening, not afternoon. Good evening to everybody. And I want to welcome you all to my simple live broadcast. As you know, that I just come here and I just talk a bit about what we go through as men. This is actually not necessarily your normal sermon that you'll find or your normal biblical things that you'll find, but it's just me talking to my brothers out there, basically. And sisters, you are welcome to listen because I believe this will help us. Why I'm actually starting this? It's simply because of I believe that we as men, we are short of our own space or, someone that can pay attention to us. And I just decided, I may not be the best man there is. I've got my own frailties, own faults, but I believe with me just sharing a bit of what helps me with my brothers out there, it can actually, help us together build a better society, a society that will not harm women, a society that will not kill our own kids, a society that will love our own kids, who will not be raping our own daughters and taking advantage of our own sisters. And then also, sisters themselves as well, understanding us as men as well, how we think, how we operate, because it's very important, I believe. And also, just before I start about today's topic, I just want to let you know as well that hopefully after lockdown, if it comes to an end, I will be looking to have my very first main what's this proper one, not the fictional one that we normally have, but my very first men's conference where we're just going to come as men and we're just going to share ideas, what we go through. We're just going to talk to each other, advise each other. We'll see if we can get a psychologist to be there with us as well. But just be on the lookout for dates and all that. Definitely, I will be telling more on that just after lockdown. I am working on something on it as well. But as I said, today I just want to talk about man finding a good friend or a good brother which actually leads to the good health, to that leads to a good health. And the why I chose this particularly is that I've realized that as men, we sometimes find it very difficult to find that particular good friend, that particular friend that will actually, help you in life. I've come to see that in most cases we have got those friends that we can go drinking with. We have got those friends that we can tell how hore ke mo shapile the whole night, ka mo robatsa, ne ke mo shebise up and down, But we rarely have friends that can actually say to you, "Hey, mfana, yazi kuthini ntwana, kuyabheda ntwana, how do we get out of this?" We rarely have those friends, those brothers that will actually come in and say, "You know what? Um, how do we then get through this problem that we're going through? I see you have one, two, three, four that you are going through, but how do you come up a better man out of it? Seeing that you have got this particular problem, how do you then come out of the better man of it?" Now, and I want to make this very, very simple and very interactive to us guys. You can as well just type in down your comments. I see that one of my friends there from a very, very long time. We used to call him Mahasa. Yeah, 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 I see he's there logged on. Thank you very much, Mahasa, for coming on. But basically, you know what? I'm gonna share this on a personal level. I've got a friend of mine. His name is Elliot Perry. He's not actually even a friend. He has surpassed the level of a friend. He's now a very brother. He's now my very own brother. The list goes down to some like your Karas who we actually met at TUT. You have got also, I've got my one as well as Peniel as well, who we met at TUT. But I'm going to particularly focus on Elliot. Now, I want to share something that helps me and him. Now, I always say this as a joke. If you want to kill my marriage, or if you want to kill me, if you want to know everything about me, Elliot is your guy. If there's anything there is to know about me, Elliot is your guy. I've got a big brother, yes, but there's that distinctive age between the two of us. He's slightly older than me. Actually, he's a bit older than me, but he's a brother. He's a friend. He's that guy where If I'm in trouble now, I can pick up a call. If I were to hit rock bottom now, the first person I'll pick up my phone to call is him. If I've got a problem in my marriage, the first person I pick up to call is him. If I've got financial issues, the first person I call is him. Now, the friendship that we have built, me and him, has gone far much more beyond than just friends. We are now brothers. And part of the qualities that I had to look into as befriending this person was, one, I checked him and his how he treats his wife. That's very important to me, because if you can treat your wife in a very good manner, automatically tells me the kind of person that you are towards people. Let me tell you something that a lot of people do not pay attention to, or something that a lot of people do not understand or know. How you treat your partner determines how you treat anybody else. Show me a man that does not respect his wife, I'll tell you that he does not respect anybody. Reason why I say that, I said it in my previous one. The Bible likens a man, likens a wife to a man as a man loves his own body. Now, if a man does not respect their partner, be their girlfriend or their life partner or their wife, if they do not respect that particular person, definitely they do not respect their own body, and definitely they're not going to respect you. And that's very important. If you find a man that cannot respect their own partner, believe you me, there is nothing that valuable that you're going to get from them. Reason being, one, if they cannot respect that very one person that gives them this, that I believe should be given them the sense of living, the sense of waking up, if they cannot get that right, definitely some of those people are the ones that even when you get to work, uh, there's a loose screw mostly on their head. And that also tells you that in most cases, their upbringing as well. That's why I'm going to keep on driving this home, gents, with us. Gents, if you have a child, connect with your child, because that thing creates something that keeps on going on, keeps on going on, keeps on going on. Right? Yes, sometimes you find guys, okay, I can also take it to an extent and say that sometimes guys are at church. Yes, some of us, and sometimes you find those that are not married, those that do not have partners. Then what are the things that you look at? Simply things that you look at as their devotion to God. It's very important. Those are part of the things. For the first two things I checked his devotion to his wife, his devotion to God. I realized, okay, he's a good guy. And I also checked how he, well, this may come as a shock to you, but it plays also a very important role. Not necessarily, it doesn't normally come to 100% of it, but sometimes even, your way of dressing also, gives out the aura of the type of person that you are. Yes, they say that you cannot tell you cannot tell a priest by their clothes, but you can tell a priest by how they wear. So it's not necessarily the clothes that makes the priest, but it's the person. When you see them, you're able to say, "Oh, yeah, you understand." But one thing that I always believed in is that if I can see myself in you, then you're a better person. You're a person that I can better connect with. You see, one of the best people in life are people that are going to challenge you. You need a friend that's going to challenge you, a brother that's going to challenge you. You need a man who's going to say, my friend, I hear you are messing up. We need to change the game. You need a person who's going to say, you know what, my friend, you've been at this job. You are not moving. What's going on? What's going on? How can I help you? You need that. You need that kind of a brother. You need that kind of a friend. One of the people that I love a lot in the Bible, you find Jonathan and David. The Bible says their souls were knitted together. That's the kind of friendship you want. You want a person who your soul and his soul are going to be knitted together. You need a brother. You need a brother who's going to come in. If they see you raising your hand upon your wife, they're going to say, stop it. You need a person who when you try and belittle other people, especially women, who when they see you trying to belittle women, they're gonna start and say to you, my friend, but come on, these are also human beings. You need a brother, a friend who's gonna come in and say to you, my friend, things are not well, but how do I then come in and help you? I've had times where really I've had real financial issues. Literally, I had. And Elliot did not have much, but he would make a sacrifice for me. You understand? That's the kind of brother I'm talking about. That's the kind of friend that you want to have. And that's a friend that's going to build us. We need to be that kind of a friend to each other as brothers. You know what? As much as some of the things we can attribute it to the absence of the fathers, which actually attributes to 90, I can almost say for myself, I believe it attributes to 80% of the problems that we have in the man's mind in our time. But also that 20% can also still be attributed to your surroundings, people that you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself to people that do not value women, definitely at the end of the day, you are not going to value women. Also, if you have a father who never valued your mother, two things will happen. You either become better than him or you become exactly like him, but even more worse. They tell of a story of two young boys. I love this. One of the stories that keeps me going. These two young boys had the same father. The father was a drunkard. Now, the other boy, these two boys had the same father, was a drunkard. Monday to Monday drinking, always drunk, right? Two. Now, these two boys have got this very same father, but the oldest son became exactly what the father was, a drunkard, beats up his wife as well. The younger boy became a doctor, became successful, had a very great family. And when they were asked the same question, how did you make it in life? The first one, who actually became more of his father, his answer was, I saw my father. The second one still gave the very same answer, I saw my father. Now, it can be a bit puzzling because they both saw the very same person, but they turned out different. When they were asked, what do you mean? The first one was like, I saw my father doing this, and to me, it was a way of life. The second one said, I saw my father that way, and I decided I do not want to become that. I want to be different. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. Me personally, it's not that I grew up with my father 24/7. I can guarantee you that. My father is all the way in KZN. I was all the way in Deep Slot with my mom. My father did not play that much of a bigger role, of always being there, gifts and all that. No, 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 no. It was once in a blue moon when I visit. But one thing that my father did, which he still does today, tries and make sure that he keeps our communication going on. He calls, we call, we talk, we share stories. I did not have necessarily a male role model in front of me. But with the males that I saw, in most cases, I began to say, I grew up in a very rough area in Deep Sloot. I've seen all kinds of fathers. I've seen good fathers. I've seen bad fathers. I've seen fathers that I could say, I've seen men, different men. But I can guarantee you, it's a matter of that. I decided to say, you know what? I want to be more closer to God. And that has helped me a lot. And from me, learning a lot from my mother, who played mostly the role of being a father and a mother to me, I learned a lot from that. And I just want to share with you, my friend out there, that find a good friend. It's good for your health, believe you me. When you have a friend whom you can share things with, it's healthy. One of the things that is problematic is the inability to share. But if you have the ability to share your story with someone, believe you me, it liberates you. You get to come to a point where you will not hear people saying, hey, une stress, une depression. Part of the things of you actually avoiding this most simplest thing as depression is actually finding a friend, a brother who cares. Depression is on the rise in our country right now. Not only in our country, in the entire world. And if you can check, in most cases, it hits brothers. And some of them, if you can actually check, if you can go down, it's things that they've been keeping inside. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna use this young man of as an example, who was on Idols, Tammy. When I read his story, when I read the story published by the mother, spoken by the mother, part of the things that the mother said is that he kept on doing a lot of gigs which were for free, and that he was the breadwinner and all that. I would like to believe that if he really had a good brother, a friend who also became a brother, Definitely some of the stress and the things that he went through, he was going to be able to alleviate for him. Listen, I'm not saying become a leech, but I'm saying find a good brother. Find a person that even if something happens 12 o'clock midnight, you can call on them. They don't mind dropping whatever they're doing to come and assist you. It's good for your health. It's good for us men. It's good for us men because if we are going to create a better society for our sons, because a lot of us would love to have sons, if we are going to create a better society for our sons, we need to find good brothers. We need to find good friends. You know, with me and my friend Elliot, my brother Elliot, believe you me, he's that guy that when I'm messing up, he tells me you're messing up. Also with me, I'm able to tell him that you are messing up. Yet there is an age difference. There is a huge age difference. I think he's about what 5, 6 years older than me, but we have built that together. It's not necessarily the age that makes a difference. It's your heart. If your souls are knitted together, believe you me, you guys will be strong and you'll be able to, you know what, you guys will be able to conquer the world together. You need to find a friend who's going to be ultimately be a brother that will actually be good to your health. So remember, as I shared with you, the things that I use, you can use, you know, one, how they treat their partner, how they treat, how is their relationship with God, how they treat, I forgot this one, how they treat their parents. It's very important. And lastly, can you see yourself being challenged by them? Peace out. See you next time. Hopefully tomorrow, as I said, I'm gonna say it again. If there's a topic you want me to tackle, hit me up in there. If you have got questions, hit there on the comments. Please share. I believe this can help us as brothers. Please share. Let us communicate. And then, as I said before, when the date is out after, hopefully after lockdown, if the date is gonna come out and the venue is gonna come out, I'll share with you and tell you all these things. Peace out.